So grief, grief is a silent worry. Grief is जी जी जलता है नहीं हम बोलते silent, a mother, a newly married couple after a year or so, you know gets a good news that they are going to be parents. All the dreams of 9 months, and once the child comes on the earth, he is handicapped, he is mentally retarded, or he is having cerebral palsy, or he is dwarf. And then the situation of the mother, especially being the mother for the first time, and the way there is a silent emotional pain, what you call is grief, where it is just you cannot see and you cannot avoid. So the handicapped child becomes a situation of mother. For mother, it's called exciting cause and maintaining cause, causa occasionalis. और ये सब चीजें देखते देखते मम्मी की हेल्थ बिगड़ रही है, वेट लॉस हो रहा है. दिस इज ग्रीफ. It is pain arising from misfortune, significant personal loss. Right? It's like that. Love disappointment. We have a lot of emotions. We have anger, we have sex, we have jealousy, we have suspicion, we have love, we have sympathy. We have all the emotions. But the love disappointment is something which is love disappointment. It's not all the emotions are disappointed. If all the emotions are disappointed, you have to take rubric ailment from disappointment. But if love primarily is attached, is affected, be it of a husband and wife, be it of a mother and daughter, be it of a father and son, be it between mother and father, love is love. It's a unique common language. So in that situation, if love is affected, then you can take this rubric. Say for example, I tell you a case. There was a male who waited for 4 years for a female whom he was liking very much. After four years of lot of hardship, lot of waiting, lot of sacrifice, lot of struggle, and lot of patience, girl accepted her proposal and they entered into a relationship. And within 1 month, her family came to know that she has an affair with this man. Suddenly, her father got her married to somebody else within 5 days, and that boy haven't even come to know, because it was an intercaste. So boy was of different caste, girl was of different caste. So girl got married without her wish because of her father's opinion, and when the news what that child received was very shocking, because they were committed to get married, and this is called love disappointment. Very strong. It's common. There are a lot of divorce being happening. There are a lot of breakups are being happening. There are a lot of disappointment between family members is also happening. We are connected with ourselves because of love. We are connected with the universe is because of love. I am connected to homeopathy because of love. You have come to this platform to learn homeopathy because of you love homeopathy. Love is the universal language. So if that is getting disappointed primarily, it's very important. It's something which is very intense. Anger suppressed. Anger suppressed, if this is something important, you have an anger, right? There is some issue where you have a lot of anger. If the anger is expressed aggressively, and there are a lot of problems expressing the anger, the rubric is ailment from anger, where anger is expressed. It's expressed. If the anger is suppressed, and there is a problem, remedies like Stepsigria, Colocin, Magnure, Lycopodium, Aurum, these type of remedies. So anger is suppressed, and there is a problem, is anger suppressed. But anger with hurt is indignation, and anger without hurt is mortification. I am coming to that point. So anger is one of the common elements we usually have. We have a lot of problems as of now. So once the anger is suppressed, You can take anger suppressed. लेकिन अगर उस इंसान ने बहुत गुस्सा करा, बहुत गुस्सा करा, बहुत गालियां बोली, बहुत गुस्सा करा और उस वजह से तकलीफ होती है, it is ailment from anger. Because anger is like an acid, it harms the own body as well. So this is something very, very common. I tell you an example. One of the lady working in Ministry of Home Affairs in Gandhinagar, she was my patient. She was very workaholic. She was very nice person. And you know, in politics, in government job, people try to push you more and more, press you more and more. If you're workaholic, they will give you more work. If you're perfectionist, they'll give you more work. And with lot of pressure, you know, all the boss, all the other people used to give the work to her. Eventually, she never used to go at home even at 12 o'clock in the night. And she has a lot of anger which is suppressed, and she ended up with rheumatoid arthritis. The remedy I gave was carcinosin. Beautiful effect. Beautiful effect. With carcinosin 201 dose, rheumatoid arthritis became normal. Her reports are also normal. She is now away from allopathic drugs. She is completely normal. And as of now, she is in Canada. She is enjoying her very good life. Right? Even in spite of cold, in spite of sour food, she has no problem. This is how anger is suppressed. Anger is something which is, anger element is prominent, very prominent. The next is scorn being. Scorn is something which is very intense. Scorn is, you know, एक सासू माँ बहू को पब्लिकली इंसल्ट करती है, पब्लिकली ह्यूमिलिएट करती है, उसको नीचा दिखाती है, बहुत खराब तरीके से. I tell you a case of Organon, where a child, when she got, the husband had a love marriage with that female, the wife, and husband was from very good socio-economic class. He was very rich, and the daughter was from middle class. So her mother-in-law always used to insult her publicly with, तुम घर से कुछ लेके नहीं आई हो, तुमने मेरे बेटे को फंसा दिया है, you did this to him, you did that to him. And you know, in this situation, because of the love of the husband, she had very good life and she became pregnant. In one fine day, one bad day I would say, one worst day I would say, a lot of guests were there, and she had, you know, when she was serving the food, no, dish ulti हो गई, उनके अंकल के ऊपर गिर गई. And Sasuma reacted very aggressively, and she abused her so badly publicly, in presence of uncle, in presence of aunt, in presence of husband, in presence of other guests as well. She aborted a child within 24 hours. And she landed into depression, which became suicidal. After Organon, very good effect. Female is doing very well. And the best part is she has a baby boy. This is scorn. Scorn is insult, high intensity insult. You know, जैसे स्टेज के ऊपर, you know, किसी का आप इंसल्ट करते हो and thousands of people are seeing. This is something like that. When you know, create a video, somebody, you know, when you create someone's private life video and you make it viral, this is something public defamation, where you are innocent but you are suffering very bad. Abuse sexually. No, this is very common. At the moment, the relationship of love is less than the relationship of sex. A lot of people are very sexually active without attachment. I still remember a case of Vidyanagar where a lady used to be there. She was very much in relationship with someone, and even she was very good looking, very pretty woman. She was in relationship with someone, and eventually they had very good sex life. She enjoyed a lot. Both were enjoying. Decided to get married. And one fine, you know, one bad day, when she was in a room with him, with his boyfriend, suddenly a message came. And at that time, her boyfriend was in a washroom. Hi, honey. And the name of that message, the person who sent a message was the name of a male. So she got suspicion. And then she came to realization that this is a wrong name which is being fed on the mobile number. Then she responded to that message, and she came to know that she has another affair as well. She's crossing me. There was a breakup. She had a lot of menses problems. And when I asked the consultation, she said that love is okay, but I gave my virginity to him. Love disappointment से ज़्यादा मुझे sexual disappointment, because I gave my virginity, my everything to that man who actually, who abused me sexually, I believe. And as a result, sepia was given with a very good effect. Very, very good effect. Menses became normal. She responded very well with the medicines. Very well. I would like to learn from you that am I going okay? Am I going fast? Am I going slow? Guys, can you please tell? I'm little fast, I know, but I'll be happy to hear from your point of view. Yes. Thank you, Dr. Meena. Thank you, Dr. Kavita. Thank you, Dr. Predu. Okay. Okay. So this is scorned, abused. This is what I said. Anger with hurt, or anger, hurt with anger is indignation. Anger without hurt is mortification. Anger, hurt without anger. Sorry. I'm sorry. Hurt with anger is indignation. But hurt without anger is mortification. I'll tell you an example. A wonderful daughter, daughters are always wonderful, but still, a wonderful daughter decides to get married silently to the male whom the father doesn't like. And suddenly, the daughter tells her father that I got married. This is hurt without anger, because daughters are the heart of every father, especially, I would say. And eventually, the cut on the heart, the cut on the heart, which is there, it's called mortification. But in that situation, if the father becomes aggressive and he decided, man, I have seen couples like this, father decides to get her to get separated, or maybe before marriage, there is a realization of the father that she is with someone, and father takes action, and he cuts the relation. So at one point, the father has heard, and the other is there is behavior with anger. This is the indignation. Primary remedy for indignation is stepsagria. Primary remedy for mortification is ignatia, acid force. This is something which is, I'm not supposed to go deeper into Mathematics, but these are beautifully explained in Kahnemann remedy. Super. Right? So repertory has a lot of remedies, but what I'm trying to tell is in nutshell. Discord. This is very important. Discord is, what is the difference between discord and quarreling? Disagreement between the two or more people. Quarreling also is disagreement between two or more people. But what is the difference? In quarreling, person is actively involved in quarreling. Where in discord, he is just witness a quarreling. And he is suffering. What you call it discord, say for example, husband wife की मतलब मम्मी पापा की फाइटिंग होती है और बच्चा जो देख के डरता है, उसको हर्ट होता है, उसको प्रॉब्लम होता है, that is discord. But I being a husband, if I am fighting with my wife, this is quarreling. Discord between, boss and subordinate, between the friends and parents. There are many cases, you see, like, there are a lot of cases I have seen in my practice, having a lot of discords, as well as a lot of cases which are quarreling. I am tired with my wife. Every day there is a quarrel. Every day there is a quarrel. Quarreling. Every day there is a quarreling. She is very quarrelsome personality. And I have to speak even though I don't want. So at one point I am getting, I am tired now with quarreling. It's ailment from quarreling. When you're actively involved. And that's what is something which is most important. The most important. Stress. Stress is the problem with everybody. We all are stressed. We all need to know how to manage stress. Stress itself is a topic I can speak about for 45 minutes to 1 hour. But I'm going very fast. I'm cruising, in fact, because there are a lot of slides to show. What is stress? आपके पास 100 रुपए हैं, you have only 100 rupees and you are supposed to spend 1000 rupees compulsorily. There is no other option. You have to spend. That is stress. When your capacity is less and demand is more, this is called stress. Stress is not the problem from outside, so as the solution. It's what we perceive. Stress is, everybody has different perception. Stress, for I tell you an example. In one example, I can give you a short ideas. A builder has decided to give a home on so and so month, ready to the customer. So customer has a lot of excitation. I'm going to get the new home. I'm going to get the new home. But because of the demonetization or because of the lockdown, it's been delayed. But still, the customer is suffering because it was been decided that on this month I'm supposed to be given my home. And that if doesn't go out, that is time. People who are very time punctual, the anxiety time is set. People very work punctual, fastidious. People very order punctual, carefulness. People are very much concerned about small things of the life, consensuous. So a stress is something which is very individual. How you see the situation. And that's why they really push themselves abnormally so that there is always a threat of getting a deceased. Causes of stress is like situation, conflict, contradiction, ego, ambition, expectation, demand, inability to cope, pressure. Situation. Naturally, English are always in conflict, emotional conflict. There is always a situation emotionally. Ego, sulfur and platina. I is always capital, ego. Demand, responsibility, Kalis, especially Kalika. Conflict. Don't fight, mother, father, don't fight, please don't fight, I am affected, make orphan feeling. Ambition. I want to win the world. I want to rule the world. Hitler, Mussolini, Napoleon, these are ambitious people. Inability to cope, they are people who cannot take much stress. It's like that. Contradiction. They cannot contradict. I am right because I know what is right. And I cannot discuss anymore. Please do that. Or for a metallic, very dominating. Expectations. Pulsatility. Love me, hug me, kiss me, care for me, pamper me, console me. I'm very happy. Palladium. If you appreciate, they are on the top of the world. If you do not appreciate, they are at the bottom of the world. Pressure, work, commitment, emotional pressure, Steffi, carcinosin. So every remedy has a strong individualization. And so as is every remedy has a strong mindset that produces stress. So we have these type of lot of remedies. These are just sample. And how we have to balance stress, responsibility, time management. These all are the points. So best situation. What I believe the best to make time to affect stress being to avoid stress or to have the stress not affecting you is meditation. I do meditation for more than 15 years, regularly, more or less, and there is a lot of peace in my mind. It's like that. These are the points, face the situation, deep breathing. This all resolve the issues, change the people, change the job, relationships, consular with that. That's all. It is very much, these all are option. But why I have taken these 2-3 slides? Because this will help you to manage your patients. That out of these situations, say for example, you have a situation, like you have any of this situation to your patient, and he is into stress. You have to advise from these. to this, to that. Physician as a preserver of health. Paragraph 4. This will work. We are not supposed to cure. We are not magicians. And after giving the remedy, also exciting and maintaining cause has to be removed. So this will help you to remove. Psychiatric Carl Jung says, a thought, if repeated, becomes an action. An action, if repeated, becomes a habit. A habit, if repeated, becomes a character. And a character, if repeated, decides the destiny. So everything is thought. Have the best of your thought. Life itself, everything is life is thoughts. Please use good thoughts. Please have good thoughts. That's why all the spiritual people, all the greats of the earth have always decided to stay alone. मैं और मेरी तन्हाई अक्सर बातें किया करते हैं. So when you have negativities in front of you, negative thought will come. When you have positivity in front of you, positive thought will come. But you are supposed to have balanced thought for your higher purpose. Okay. Next is anticipation. Anticipation is something which is quite common in day-to-day practice, because anticipation is what's going to happen. What's going to happen if you have a train to catch tomorrow at 8 o'clock? People won't sleep all night. This is anticipation. If a husband calls to the wife, a lot of people in you also will be anticipation and element from anticipation, because lot of people husband tells to the wife, calling wife, then tells that at 1 o'clock or maybe 2 o'clock, husband calls the wife and tells, so there are 8 people coming at our home for dinner together, for having a dinner, we'll have dinner together. Right? Oh, what I will prepare, what I will do, how will I do this, how will I do that? Oh, चावल है कि नहीं है? Oh, राइस ये है कि नहीं, तेल है कि नहीं है, चीज है कि नहीं है, बटर है कि कैसे करूंगा. This is anticipation. This is because it's ultimately your mind is anticipating. The things are there itself, and it's very, very common. Remedies like pulsatilla, carcinosin, lycopodium, opium, aconite, argentum nitricum. There are so many remedies. A lot of anticipation. They anticipate. And this is something quite intense. Very intense. A lot of people, even in us as well, we do things very fast. This is anticipation. Ambition. Ambition is deceived or lost. I wanted to be a doctor, but I couldn't go through that, and ultimately I became a clerk. I was so brilliant in my school, I always used to get first rank, but because of no guidelines, eventually I have to settle with an ordinary job. I was very ambitious, but I couldn't pursue at that. Ailment from ambition. It's deceived, it's deceived. This is we are living in a world of ambitiousness. Lot of ambition is there. Buy, borrow, steal, cutthroat competition. Stay away from all these things. You see a lot of people being affected out of ambition. Ambition is like Napoleon, Hitler, Mussolini. Nobody's ambition they were able to achieve. So everything is destined on this planet for you. It will just unreveal at a right time. What you have to do is give your best with no expectation. Like I'm teaching you, I have no expectations from you. That's why homeopathy is telling you mission of physician. Mission is just give. Mission is like saints have mission. In Christianity, Hahnemann was a Christian. Missionaries, Mother Teresa is a great example. So they have to give, they have to serve, they have to help, they have to love. No expectation return. So that's why Hahnemann has used mission of physician. You don't have to expect. When you help somebody with your homeopathy, don't expect he will appreciate or he will criticize. Do your best, have a good sleep in the night. When you teach somebody, teach the best. But don't expect that they should come and appreciate you. Sir, you are the best, sir, you taught the best, expectation reduces the joy. And I always believe in that. Give your best, have a smile on your face that you discharge your duty perfectly. That's all. This is how you can control your negative mindsets, because it's not good to be too positive and it's not good to be too negative as well. You need to be in balance, because what is excess becomes symptom. It will produce pathology. So be in with it. Uh, Guys, are you able to receive me properly? Kalpana ji, yes, thank you, Dr. Jagruti, thank you, Dr. Dhaval, thank you, Dr. Kalpana, thank you, Dr. Urbi. Yes, okay, very nice, very nice, very nice. Okay, okay. Ambition, right? Next is disappointment. As I had said, disappointment, where all the emotions are being affected. What do you call the famous movie of Shah Rukh Khan? और छोटा था, मम्मी ने कहा देवदास, मम्मी ने कहा ये छोड़ दो, मैंने छोड़ दिया। बड़ा हुआ, पापा ने कहा ये छोड़ दो, छोड़ दिया। फिर किसी ने कहा ये छोड़ दो, छोड़ दिया। फिर जिंदगी, फिर पारो ने कहा तुम दारू छोड़ दो, तो मैंने जीना ही छोड़ दिया। दिस इज डिसअपॉइंटमेंट, all the disappointment. Devdas was Oromite, classic Oromite. So it's like that, this is something which is all the emotions are being affected. It's not one emotion. If it is one emotion, things become love, disappointment. Anger is an emotion. If you have one emotion being hit, you have to be specific. If all the emotions are being hit, you should be specific. You should be general, no specific. A feeling of sadness when strongly held expectations have not been fulfilled. ये घर की कहानी है। हमारे माता पिता के अंदर ये डिसअपॉइंटमेंट वाला रूब्रिक बहुत मिलेगा। People have blood, sweat and tears to have bread and butter, to have a home, a shelter, to taking care of the family. Our parents have lived very hard in the world of poverty, illiteracy, and they have made us what we are today. So this rubric is very common in elderly people, right? Money loss. Money loss is something which is very strong. Money, मतलब पैसा खुदा नहीं है, लेकिन खुदा की कसम खुदा से कम भी नहीं है. Money is not God, but on the name of God, I can tell you that it is not lesser than God. So if you have the loss of money, it's a kind of an injury, because money is everything. The remedy is like arnica, prominent remedy, aurum metallicum, natrum mure. The arnica is very prominent because injury of the money loss is also an injury to the vital force. Arnica has mental, emotional and physical injuries. It's not only with physical injuries. I treated a case of lycopodium, typhoid fever, who was on lycopodium, had 6 lakhs financial loss in share market. 3 days after he developed typhoid fever. And when I saw the case, it was beautiful arnica. Case clear. It's like this. Fear and fright are the two totally different things. Fright is a instant and an acute situation. Fear is chronic situation. It is a part of the psychology. Fright can be an accident, a situation, an accident. Fear is chronic. All the fears in homeopathy, say for example repertory, fear of dark, fear of ghost, fear of this, fear of that, fear of blah blah, whatever. All the fears are consistent fear. So constant fright is fear. There are rubrics, fright with fear, that is also there. So acute fright is a state of terror excited but sudden appearance of changes, usually of a short duration. Quite strong, sudden. Fear is a strong uncontrollable, unpleasant emotion caused by actual perceived as a danger or threat. A father always, is very strong on the child, but they live together. So it's a chronic event. So this is fear of. But fright is totally different. I tell you an example of fright. I had actually shared it earlier as well. One of the patient I received from Surat. He was he was a patient of he was having diamond industry. He was caught in Hotel Taj in Bombay, and where there was a terrorist attack, and he was being caught by the terrorist, and he was among those people who were being kept inside. And he was telling me this story. And I said, "Is it?" He said, "Yes." So how you felt? I mean, what was your reaction? Nothing. So, okay. What happened after? Then negotiation started happening, and we all will, had to close the eyes with the क्या बोलते हैं पट्टी लगा के खड़े रहने का 10-15 people were lied on the has to stand on the queue, and they used to kill anybody. They put the gun on the head and they shoot. So you were in that queue? Yes, I was in the queue. Okay. What happened? How you felt that? I mean, can you please tell me your reaction? Nothing. Then the person standing next to me was being killed. My God, this intense. What was your reaction? Nothing. When I saw he came to me for constipation because he had severe constipation prior to that, and is still going on. The remedy was opium, painlessness of the condition which used to be painful. So it was painlessness. His senses couldn't accept what's happening. It is his fright. It's acute fright. You are going very smoothly, and a car comes, with a rash driving, and you are luckily safe. And the emotional fright what you have is actually, the emotional imbalance what you have is fright. It's like that. It's very common. It's a very common problem. Injustice cannot support a strong sense of justice from sympathy and ethics. Because we have a lot of injustice being happening around us, and it's quite common, very much common. So the people who are victimized or rebel to that is actually a remedy. Causticum rebelliousness, self-segregation, and injustice cannot support. They have all the different reasons. Right? Movie like Gabbar is back. Strong injustice cannot support. Jai ho. Thank you मत बोलना, 3 लोगों की हेल्प करना. Salman Khan. This is classic causticum. Classic causticum. Singham, say for example, is also causticum. Injustice handy होता है और वो rules तोड़ने लगता है. Right? Egotism. A belief that is ego, I is always capital. I am something. One of the person over here had a huge business loss. And as a result, he had coryza before, but he developed nasal polyps, sinusitis. He was being treated with a lot of allopathic drugs. When I took the case, it was a case of calcarea cup. And if you see rubric ailments of egotism, calcarea cup is in 2 parts. Quite intense was the case. It's like that. Insult, accusation. When you are innocent and you have been accused for that. जैसे मूवी में नहीं होता है कि एक जो काम वाली बाई होती है उसके ऊपर वो मालकिन इल्जाम लगाती है that you took the money, you took the jewelry, you took this, you took that, but next day she finds in her own cupboard, kept separately than the regular place. Accusation, insult. Insult is kind of honor. What is being wounded, but it's with anger. You react to that. Honor wounded is Swaman Bhag, injury to self-esteem. Honor wounded is usually from the people who are relatives, who are known, whom we love. In the insult accusations can be from outside people. Both is possible, vis-a-vis, vice versa, but this is quite like that. Honor wounded is with the family members, quite because honor, where respect is, we need respect from the people whom we know, whom we trust, whom we are associated. Don't expect a stranger will come and give a respect to you. It's not possible. It's like that, right? Rubrics like homesickness, you are very much aware. Deceived in friendship, एक फ्रेंडशिप में जो बंदा धोखा देता है, what you call a movie, a bodyguard. Kareena Kapoor's friend. Salman Khan was in love with Kareena Kapoor in real, but he was not aware, and suddenly she replaced the place. This is deceived in friendship. Deceived in being is you are being cheated you are being cheated by anybody. It's like that. Homeopathy as a preserver of health, walking. I always advise my people to walk. I even also regularly walk. Endorphin brings happy hormone. Homeopathy as a preserver of health. Meditation. What is meditation? Is conscious mind-body separation. What is, because when we die, where is our vital body and where is our material body? When we sleep, where is our material body and where is our vital body? When there is a big surgery going on the body, where is our material body and where is our vital body? So meditation is a scientific process to detach, to eject the vital body from the material body. That will help you to realize that the problems which you have taken on your mind are actually the problem of the body. So your mind will be steady. Yoga. Yoga is the way you balance yourself in an uncomfortable situation. Automatically your mind is getting balanced to remain calm in uncomfortable situations. Yoga is something which is very popular. Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi is also promoting that. Accept, love, blessings for you. These are positive values, positive virtues. Positive motivational videos. You are not the only one who is suffering. Most of the people have suffered earlier, might have found a solution. Go on YouTube, realize what they did to get the best of its benefit. Diet, something which is medicine of the future. If you read paragraph 5, paragraph 6, paragraph 77, 93, 95, 97, these all are the aphorisms for diet. And Hahnemann has given tremendous value to diet. Tremendous value. You have your food as medicine, otherwise you will have to have medicine as, you have to eat your food as medicine, otherwise you will have to eat medicine as food. Scientific spiritual understanding. Art of living, Vipassana, Brahma Kumaris, inner engineering. I'm very much into art of living and Vipassana. But I really believe Brahma Kumaris very much. Even Sadhguru also, inner engineering. Fantastic. You should do this. It's very much needed. It's wonderful, I tell you. Okay, so I'll be happy to listen. Sir, from your lecture, you proved you are a spiritual soul. Besides, yes, I believe myself a devotee first, then a doctor. I am a strong Sai devotee.